Summary and insights from Robert T. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, brought to you by InstaRead. If you've ever wondered what the best-selling personal finance book of all time was, this is it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, published in 1997, was written by Robert T. Kiyosaki, who grew up with a poor dad while his best friend Mike had a rich dad. Both men had considerable impact in shaping his view of money and the world, and he fleshes out the do's and don'ts of money in this book. Insight number 1. The idea that becoming rich depends on having a well-paying job is a myth, and it's actually the opposite. The way out of the middle class and into the upper class is through breaking free from employment where you make money for someone else. Instead, you should work on building your assets and having your money work for you to generate income. Number 2. Robert Kiyosaki considers that he had two dads, a poor dad, who was his real father, and a rich dad, his friend's father. They had very different mindsets when it came to dealing with money, and Kiyosaki compared them to figure out which strategy was best for getting rich. Poor and middle-class people work hard to make money. Rich people, however, make money work for them. Working hard rarely makes someone rich. Working smart does. Number 3. Most people stick to their less than tolerable jobs because they are scared. They're scared of not having enough money to survive and pay their bills, or they fear unemployment because it's seen as the ultimate failure. If they used their brains to figure out ways to generate income, even if it meant not having income during that brainstorming period, they could come up with great ideas. The main difference between a poor person and a rich person is the way they manage fear. Approach risk head on. If you win, revel in it. And if you lose, let it inspire you to do better instead of terrifying you into giving up. Number 4. One of the most important rules in finance is that it's all about how much money you save, not how much money you make. It's easy to make a lot of money and lose it all shortly after, if you don't manage your expenses and savings. Financial literacy is important for everyone to be able to figure out what to do with money throughout their life. It's something you should seek out and learn because they don't teach it in schools. Learning accounting is key for anyone who wants to make a fortune. One of the lessons of accounting is knowing the difference between a liability and an asset. Liabilities are expenses, while assets are income. Number 5. Rich people have many assets, while the rest have liabilities that they think are assets. For example, a huge misconception is that houses are the biggest assets, but they are actually liabilities because they add to your expenses with mortgage payments and property taxes. Getting rich comes down to knowing how to create assets and making them generate income for you without having to work hard for it. Financial problems most often stem from big spending on liabilities, from bigger houses to bigger cars, in order to look wealthier without actually being rich. That's why the middle class ends up paying more in taxes annually than the rich. Number 6. The reason rich people keep getting richer is because their assets keep generating income, and they know how to grow their income. Members of the middle class, however, see their taxes go up the more their salaries go up, so they never get to actually save money. Income tax was officially implemented in the US in 1913. Initially, it was promoted as something only the wealthy would pay, which is how the lower classes got on board and how the income tax requirement got voted into law. Number 7. You have to have your own business. When someone asks you what your business is, it should be something you own, not a profession where you work for someone else. You should not depend on other people to live and overwork yourself with extra hours and second jobs in the hopes of raises and bonuses. If you build financial foundations through assets, you won't need to rely on a job for financial security. You should keep your expenses low. Try to limit your liabilities as much as possible, and carefully build your assets to be solid and long-term. Number 8. Some of the best assets are stocks, bonds, and real estate. The real estate should generate income for you, such as property that you can rent out. If you're an artist, programmer, or in any profession where you create intellectual property, royalties from your intellectual property, such as music, patents, videos, books, etc., are great assets. The best assets and businesses are those that do not require your physical presence or constant input and decision-making to run. When you have to work in your business, it is no longer a business but a job. Have others run your businesses while you reap the profits. Number 9. Over the years, the demographic of upper class has changed. Centuries ago, landowners used to be the richest. Then, with the advance of industrialization, those who owned factories and the means of production were the richest. Today, it's the people who know the right information and make the right bold moves at the right times who have the most wealth. Understanding how money works and using that knowledge to your advantage is crucial. Number 10. You don't need to quit your job immediately and put you and your family at risk of bankruptcy. But at the same time, don't brush aside the thought of building assets and forget about it. Invest in them whenever opportunities arise. We hope you enjoyed the summary and insights from Robert T. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you like this video, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. Visit instaread.co to get more insights from this and thousands of other books. Use the code YouTube to get a discount on your subscription.